Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode of Coffee with Coach. Hope you're all doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today, before I take off and head up to the academy, teach some classes, I wanted to share with you guys some things I've been listening to. I've been wanting to share this for a while. I just didn't get around to it yet. But listen to more Joe DeSena this morning. Again, if you don't know who Joe DeSena is, you should. The owner and founder of the Spartan race, came up with obstacles, courses, and just difficult things for you to do to kind of challenge yourself and whatever. So anyways, he's on a podcast, he's being interviewed or whatever, and they're kind of talking about all kind of different things. And the guy asked him, he's like, Joe, explain to us about, this manufactured adversity, purposeful suffering. So, of course, that grabs my attention, purposeful suffering, manufactured adversity. And the guy Joe's like, well, a lot of us have it really easy. We're not doing hard things. You get up, you go to work, you come home, have some dinner, watch some TV, go to sleep and repeat the next day over and over and over again. And you need to have some things in your life that are hard, that are difficult. And so you manufacture those things. You put things in place to challenge you, to make things hard for you, to make you appreciate things more. One of the things he said was, those that have everything appreciate nothing, and those that have nothing appreciate everything. And so, he's talking about, like I said, doing hard things. Like he's like, man, burpees, they're hard, they're tough, but they're good for you. Like you need those in your life, cold showers, anything that's going to just suck for a little bit, you need that. You need to manufacture some hard things into your life so that you can just become a better person and appreciate things, And one thing for sure is Jiu Jitsu is definitely manufactured adversity. It's a very tough thing to do. It is fun at some point in a way, once you get the hang of it and you understand it and how it works and you start getting good at it, but it's still tough. It's still hard. You're always going to have like some tough things to deal with on the mat, no matter how long you've been training and how good you get. It's still a very tough thing to do. And so for those individuals that are looking for something hard to do or tough to do, and manufactured adversity or purposeful suffering is what this guy calls it, that's jiu-jitsu all day. Like I have students or just anyone that does jiu-jitsu anywhere around the world, like they're driving to an academy somewhere, or a gym somewhere, to manufacture adversity into their lives, like do some purposeful suffering. They're going somewhere to get choked out, get armbarred, get footlocked, get some type of, domination imposed on them, people imposing their will on them, getting crushed on the bottom in the mount, side control, just these very tough positions that you deal with in jiu-jitsu is definitely manufactured adversity. It's purposeful suffering. It's good for you. You learn a lot about yourself in jiu-jitsu. You get to know who you are as a person, like deep down inside to your very core, who you are. Are you a very weak person when things get tough and you want to quit, or are you a very tough individual to where you can handle, those very uncomfortable, tough days on the mat? Either way, it's going to show you that, Eric Thomas, or I forgot who it was. No, I think it was Jocko, was talking about, like, in order for you to, it's for the Navy SEALs, like their purpose for their their boot camps that they put people through, buds, they want to rip everything out and get to the very core of an individual to see what's in there. And the only way to do that is to put them through hard things, cold swims and keeping them up for days at a time, putting them through all these obstacle courses to see who's going to quit, who really wants to be there, and, who really, doesn't. And so they put them through these manufactured adversity things to weed them out is what Jocko says. That we got to weed them out, and we don't want the ones there that don't really want to be there, And so jiu-jitsu is no different. It is definitely something that if you're looking to challenge yourself with and put some purposeful, meaningful suffering in your life, that is it. This is the thing. And so I've been doing it for over 25 years, and it's like I said, I'm good at what I do, but it's still tough. I got very tough students that I roll with, and I got to work my way out of bad positions all the time and fight my way out of things. But I've learned how to handle those things way better over the years than I did when I first started. When I first started, it was just like mentally, frustrating. It's still mentally frustrating, but it's way different now. Like, I know that I can get out of things. I know that I can handle things. I know that it's just a matter of time before I work my way back out of a bad position that I am and get to a good one, and then imposing in my own will on whoever it is that I'm grappling with. The mindset that I have now is way better and tougher throughout the years of being calloused through jiu-jitsu versus the first year of jiu-jitsu, the second year of jiu-jitsu, the third year, so on and so forth. Over these years, it's like you just know who your teammates are and who your students are. Once you shake hands and get after it, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough round and stuff like that. So, you're already mentally prepared to, like, all right, I know a portion of this round somewhere, somehow is going to be tough, but I'm ready for it. Versus if you're not used to anything like this in your life, which as a coach, having students that have been in the military, those are some of my best students, because they've been forced and put into very stressful situations and having to think under pressure with all kind of things happening around them. Leading men and women through whatever situation they're in. Jiu-jitsu, like, is kind of easy for them because they're used to those kind of things. Someone that's wrestled before and then comes to jiu-jitsu, wrestling is very tough. I wrestled in high school and then I found jiu-jitsu. So I was used to a lot of the scenarios that I was put in jiu-jitsu because of wrestling. But students that I've found that I've had that hasn't done anything like that, hasn't been in the military, never wrestled before, never really been in those kind of like combat type of martial arts or whatever, jiu-jitsu's tough. Jiu-jitsu is very tough to like grasp a hold of and embrace in the beginning. And a lot of people quit because of that. Just because of that, they're not used to that. They quit on themselves too easy, too soon. But the ones that stick it out, they become a better individual over time, a tougher individual. The kids that I've taught over the years, some of these kids that I've taught over the years were very weak. It's just, some kids are very strong, athletic, and some kids are just very weak and don't really have a lot of, don't have any athleticism or strength or whatever. They're kind of frail and whatever. And over time, jiu-jitsu kind of gives them that strength, and they build these muscles through jiu-jitsu and mental toughness through jiu-jitsu. And man, they spent a couple years just getting smashed into the mat. And now they're some of my absolute best students and most technical students because of they stuck it out. Their parents actually kept them in it and didn't let them quit because it was hard. They kept them in it. So manufactured adversity, purposeful suffering, you need it. You need it. You absolutely need it. And jiu-jitsu is that thing, or find something else that's going to be tough. He said, we practice, you practice basketball, you practice piano, you lift weights, that's tough. Like, how do you make muscles grow? You put them under stress. Like you tear them up by bench pressing, curls, squats, whatever it is that you're trying to build on your body. You have to like put it under stress for it to grow. And, jiu-jitsu is no different. So it's definitely one of those things, like if you're looking to help become a tougher, stronger, better individual, jiu-jitsu is definitely going to be one of those things. But even if it isn't, do some burpees, take some cold showers, do something that's tough. You know, this shirt that I got on the back of it, I got 12 rules for mental toughness. And one of them is do hard things. You know, do hard things, be uncomfortable, and the list goes on. I realize that now. It's very hard in the beginning when you're doing something hard and tough to like, why am I doing this to myself? Get those questions. Like competing's tough. Like, why do I still compete? It's tough. It's challenging. You still get the sweaty hands, the butterflies, the am I good enough? Did I train enough? Did I drill enough? Did I do this enough? Did I do that enough? And you know, those are just manufactured fears in your head that you kind of do to yourself, self-doubt. And I compete because I want to beat those self-doubts. I want to beat myself. Like, hey man, like, you know, you got the good side and the bad side, one on each shoulder. One's telling you you're not good enough. The other side is, man, you are good enough. When you didn't put in the work, the other one is like, you did put in the work. And I want the other side to win, the one the good guy to win. So I go out there and compete, challenge myself because it's tough, it's hard, it's manufactured adversity. I could easily say, well, I don't want to compete anymore because I've already done everything there is to accomplish in Jiu Jitsu, which I have. I got all the major titles in Jiu Jitsu as far as IBJJF goes. There's really no reason really for me to chase anything else, but I like to put myself in those scenarios, those situations, weight cutting, not eating my like favorite foods throughout the week. You know, it's egg whites and, you know, spinach, egg white, spinach omelet, stuff like that, and cutting the calories back and more runs and harder training sessions. Manufactured adversity, purposeful suffering. It's good for you. It's good for me. I understand that. So hopefully you understand that now too, or start to head yourself in that direction to where you're going to start making things harder for yourself because it's good for you. So anyways, got to get up to the class. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you.